Syria, a name that conjures images of ancient civilizations, timeless landscapes, and stories whispered through the ages. Once a crossroads of empires and a living museum, Syria's streets and olive groves still echo with history. Every stone, every olive tree, seems to hold memories of traders, poets, and pilgrims who passed this way. Before the war, millions visited each year, drawn by its legendary cities and warm hospitality. The air was filled with the sounds of laughter, the aroma of spices, and the vibrant energy of a people proud of their heritage. Now, in late 2025, the country emerges from a decade-long shadow, the fall of the Assad regime opening a new, uncertain chapter. The skyline is a patchwork of old and new, hope and hardship woven together. The landscape is one of contrasts, ruins and resilience, sorrow and hope, often side by side. Streets once shattered by conflict now pulse with cautious optimism as neighbors rebuild what was lost. Roads that were front lines now see life returning. A shop reopens, children laugh in a repaired schoolyard. The simple joys of daily life, once unimaginable, are slowly returning to the rhythm of the city. Amidst the ruins, Syrians rebuild, brick by painstaking brick. Each act of restoration is a quiet defiance, a promise that the past will not define the future. This journey is about more than ancient sites. It's about bearing witness to the strength of the human spirit. Communities come together, lending hands and hearts to shape a new beginning. What lingers is not just devastation, but the optimism and determination of a people eager to share their story with the world. In every smile, every rebuilt wall, there is a message. Syria endures, and its story is far from over. Damascus defies time. Its old city pulses with life, jasmine, cardamom, artisans at work, and the call to prayer blending with laughter. The Umayyad Mosque stands as a sanctuary of peace, a link to centuries of coexistence. Families gather in its shade, children play, and pilgrims reflect, reminders that the city's core endures. Scars remain, stories of loss, checkpoints, and memories of siege. Yet conversations are more open, faces less tense, and hope is palpable. As night falls, cafes fill with young people dreaming of the future. Ice cream parlors buzz, and the city feels reborn. Damascus is not just recovering, it's reawakening, a symbol of endurance. It stands as it always has, vibrant, resilient, timeless. The road to Palmyra cuts through the desert, making its ruins all the more striking. Once a dazzling oasis at the crossroads of civilizations, Palmyra's destruction by ISIS was a wound felt worldwide. Today, the ruins are a stark reminder of loss. Temples reduced to rubble, bullet-scarred columns. Yet, restoration has begun. Archaeologists and locals painstakingly sort stones, determined to rebuild. The amphitheater and colonnaded street hint at former grandeur. Every stone replaced is an act of defiance against erasure. Local guides share stories of ancient queens and modern heroes who protected this heritage. The return of visitors signals Palmyra's spirit endures. What was built with beauty and knowledge can, with patience, rise again from the sands. Crac des Chevaliers, perched above the plains of Homs, is the quintessential Crusader castle. Its walls survived centuries and, miraculously, the recent war with little damage. Crossing its moat and entering its gates, you step into history. Vast halls, secret passages, panoramic views. The castle's survival is a source of pride, a symbol of steadfastness in a battered land. Local guides recount its defensive genius and the repairs that blend into its storied past. Nearby, Marmarita's carnival returns, and visitors bring hope to local communities. The Crac stands not just as a fortress of stone, but as a beacon of resilience. It promises that what is truly strong can weather any storm. Aleppo and Homs, cities where scars tell the story. Once vibrant, their old quarters are now landscapes of ruin, silent witnesses to brutal urban warfare. The citadel of Aleppo still stands, but looks out over devastation. The barren hotel is shuttered. Yet, amidst the rubble, recovery begins. Merchants reopen shops, residents repair homes, and life stubbornly returns. A curtain in a shattered window signals a family's return. Rebuilding here is about healing, not just construction. People seek acknowledgement, not pity. They want to share their stories. Over tea in a ruined shop, hope for the future is quietly spoken. Families dream for their children, even as they rebuild from nothing. In these moments, resilience is revealed. These cities, though scarred, are alive. Their spirit endures in their people. The return of visitors to Syria brings the phenomenon of dark tourism, travel to places marked by tragedy. Here it means not just ancient ruins, but sites of recent suffering devastated neighborhoods, infamous prisons. For many, the motive is understanding, moving beyond headlines to witness reality. It's an act of remembrance, honoring victims by seeing and sharing their stories. But this travel walks a fine line. It must avoid exploitation. Responsible tourism means listening, not just looking, and supporting local communities. Guides provide context, ensuring respect for those who suffered. Sites like Saidnaya Prison are now memorials, teaching hard lessons. When done with empathy, this travel fosters understanding and challenges indifference. It's a vow history must not repeat itself. Traveling to Syria in 2025 is a serious undertaking, requiring careful planning and awareness of ongoing challenges. Most visitors arrive overland from Beirut or Amman, crossing borders and checkpoints, a reminder of the country's fragile transition. A reputable local guide is essential for navigating safely. Security is improved, but risks remain: unexploded ordnance, crime, and fluid conditions. Independent travel is discouraged. Expert local teams are crucial. Standard travel insurance rarely applies. Specialist policies are needed. Despite hurdles, access is improving: more flights, repaired highways, and open cities. Visitors must adapt to power cuts and basic amenities, but these are small inconveniences. The reward is a profound, unforgettable experience. Beyond the ruins and the scars of conflict, Syria's greatest strength is, and always has been, its people. Their spirit endures, shining through hardship and loss, carrying the hope of a nation on their shoulders. After years of isolation and uncertainty, Syrians are eager to reconnect with one another and with the world. Their optimism is unmistakable, visible in every handshake, every smile, and every warm greeting exchanged in the bustling markets and lively squares. Ahlan wa sahlan, welcome, is not just a phrase here. It's a heartfelt invitation, a genuine gesture that opens doors and hearts, inviting visitors to share in their stories, their culture, and their dreams for the future. Tour guides, shopkeepers, and students all echo the same hope. The return of visitors means a future. It means new opportunities, a chance to rebuild not just buildings but lives and livelihoods. This hope is realistic. Syrians know the challenges ahead. They face a ruined economy, uncertain politics, and the daunting task of reconstruction. Yet they meet these obstacles with determination and a sense of unity. But the end of fighting brings something precious: a new freedom, the freedom from fear. For the first time in years, people can walk their streets, gather with friends, and look to the future with cautious hope. Young people speak of breathing easier, of dreaming again. They talk about their ambitions, their desire to study, to travel, and to help rebuild their homeland. Families rebuild homes together. Artists bring color back to city walls, musicians fill the air with melodies, and children return to schoolyards, their laughter a sign of hope restored. Syrians are defined not by suffering, but by endurance and hope. Their resilience is woven into the fabric of daily life, seen in every act of kindness and every effort to help a neighbor. They seek engagement, not pity. They want to share their stories, their culture, and their dreams with the world. They want the world to see the real Syria, rising from the ashes, determined to reclaim its place in history and in the hearts of those who visit. Their resilience is everywhere, in every act of rebuilding, in every new shop that opens, and in every hand that helps clear the way for a brighter tomorrow. They invite you to witness a nation reawakening, to see not just the scars of war, but the strength, hope, and humanity that define the Syrian people. A journey through Syria is a journey through time, where every step echoes with the stories of ancient arches, the scars of recent front lines, and the silent testimony of streets shaped by both history and conflict. Here, the past and present are woven together, creating a tapestry that is as beautiful as it is tragic. In Syria, a new future is being written every day, even as the sun rises over cities where cranes stand beside minarets, and construction breathes life into places once silenced by war. The ruins of Palmyra and Aleppo are not just relics of a distant past, but living teachers, reminders of human creativity, the devastation of conflict, and the enduring spirit that refuses to be extinguished. These shattered neighborhoods and collapsed buildings speak of the cost of lost peace, urging us to remember what is at stake when harmony is broken. Heritage is more than stone and mortar. It is the collective memory of a people, etched into every inscription and whispered through every alleyway. Rebuilding these sites is a declaration to the world. History cannot be erased, and culture endures through adversity. Each act of restoration is an act of hope, a promise that the past will not be forgotten. By remembering and revisiting these places, we protect a legacy that belongs not just to Syria, but to all of humanity, ensuring that future generations can learn from both the triumphs and the tragedies. Yet Syria's greatest lesson is found not only in its stones, but in its people, in their resilience, their hope, and the warmth they extend to one another, even in the face of unimaginable hardship. They show us that after the darkest night, the sun will always rise again, bringing with it the promise of renewal and the possibility of peace. Rebuilding is not just about bricks and mortar. It is about reconnecting with one another, rediscovering our shared humanity, and forging new bonds of community. We must not turn away from difficult histories, but engage with them, learn from them, and support those who are working to heal and rebuild. By listening and standing in solidarity, we help ensure that such conflict is never repeated and that the lessons of the past guide us toward a more peaceful future. The ruins of Syria tell a story of loss and heartbreak, but also of resilience, renewal, and hope, reminding us that even in the most broken places, life can bloom again. This is a story the world must hear, and a legacy we are all called to protect.